let's talk a little bit about kind of the recruiting and hiring process. I'm assuming you are actively hiring teams. Could you talk about what you're looking for, how that interview process looks, and what the onboarding process might look like?
Yeah, we have a bit of a, we're very slow to hire. Yes, we're hiring a lot of people, and if anybody is looking for great jobs, come see me afterwards and then see these guys next. Technical, non-technical is all fine. We have a pulse. I think there's more than a pulse in this room. So I think when it comes to recruiting, we have, we're slow to hire. And I think in the beginning it was somewhat because we were somewhat organized, unorganized rather. And then over time I think it's actually become a part of our personality. And we want people by the end of the process to almost feel like they've met so many people that they feel like they work there. And there's really two reasons. One, we want a lot of people, when we get a lot of folks at the company, an opportunity to say, no, this is a jerk, we don't want to hire them. So, you know, the veto should go pretty wide. And then the other is, there should be no surprises. And after a certain amount of times in talking to folks at the company, you should have a pretty good sense as to what they do well, what they don't do well, where the issues are, such that when that person starts, you really want them to be well informed. And along the way, we kind of test and pressurize for that drop-off. We want people to self-select out. You know, if you look at, I imagine everybody in this room has a stellar resume, or is building one. And along the way, it's all about finding your perfect fit, and we try to use the process to sort of force that. But by the end, if you don't show up for the third or fourth interview, which seems kind of ridiculous to many people, but if you love the product and you've fallen in love with the company, you'll keep coming. That's what we're looking for. And I think that we thought we were somewhat unique, and then when I was talking to somebody at Goldman Sachs, they said they have a rigid process where it's 22 people, and you have to meet with 22 people. And we kind of thought that was a joke, and then we went back and checked, and we have 12 people as on average is what folks, so we kind of thought that we could elongate it, and I'm not sure that's true. In terms of, like, I think hiring is one piece of it, but it doesn't really speak to the real success is how long does it take people to ramp up. And it's that part of it which often sort of stops, the recruiting stops at the person shows up on the first day. And we've tried to change the job of the recruiting function to really go through week, you know, and it depends on different functions. So for the sales function, it's week 12. For other teams, it's different weeks, but we really want that recruiting to go all the way through pattern matching against the company and then also being successful in the job. And you know, that's when the recruiting piece really stops for us.